book of Obadiah. Well, this is the shortest book in the Old Testament. It's a prophecy that does not have any date in it, and there is no way to really know what events it's talking about. So let's read it now and just be aware that this kind of prophecy or this book can fit almost any place into our chronological story from here all the way up to the fall of Jerusalem. The story is really against Edom. Edom is a Semitic people. In fact, they probably come from the break between Jacob and Esau at the end of Genesis, when people from Esau's tribe seem to have gone over and settled this land to the south and east of Jerusalem. It's also called Hor or Mount Seir. Moses had come up from Egypt with the people of Israel in Numbers 20 and asked the king of Edom if he could go through their land, and they said no, but they went through anyway. And of course Moses stopped the people right here before he died, and then they went into the land of Canaan. From that point on, we hear of relative peace between Israel and the country of Edom until the time of David. We're told in 2 Samuel 8 that Joab, and 1 Kings 11 helps us with this history, that Joab, David's commander, went down into Edom and killed every male during some kind of a siege or a dispute. And then David set up garrisons in the land here. So from the time of David all the way through really till the end of the southern monarchy in 586, we can suspect that there was problems between Israel and Edom. And here comes then the book of Obadiah. The main point of the book is found in verses 10 and 11. For violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers carried away his forces, when foreigners entered his gates and cast lots for Jerusalem, you were as one of them. So the main burden of the prophecy against Edom in the book of Obadiah, or the prophet Obadiah, is that Edom stood by and even participated in the sacking of Jerusalem at some point in its history. And again, this could happen anywhere between Jehoshaphat and 586 BC. We're not sure. Well, what's the addition to the story that Obadiah gives us? I would say that, of course, we want to mark those parts of the story where God's kindness and mercy show up, right? Whether it's to Israel or to any other foreign country. And that time will come, especially when we get into the New Testament. There's just going to be a different feel for how God is working, especially through Jesus, to bring all nations under his love and care. However, at this point in the story, it's good just to mark this kind of a book like Obadiah, where there is extreme animosity between Israel and a country like Edom. Listen to Obadiah 17 and 18. On Mount Zion there shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness. The house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. But the house of Esau shall be stubble. They shall kindle them and devour them, and no survivor shall remain of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. So our story will someday mark the kindness and mercy of God toward all nations, but at this point it's good to plow through a book like Obadiah and the next book, Jonah, and see how things are really quite different at this point.